Hello, my name is Frank. I teach online and my school is Oxygen Academy. So, in our discussion today, I am going to be talking about how do students actually learn? How do students learn? This is where teachers are all making mistakes, most especially when it is in a class setting. When you are in the class and the student is maybe between 20 and 50 or more in a class, there is no way a teacher can actually function. Yeah, you might say that is not true. I can prove to you that there is no way a class of 20, between 20 and 50 or more students can comprehend effortlessly in a class. The reason is because there are two stages of learning. So, and these two stages of learning are actually how people learn. So, I am going to explain that um, using two key stages. I am talking about thought, and then the other aspect is action. Yes, these are how students learn. There are students in the class that can learn very well by listening to teacher, how they do it, how they say it in the class. Yes, they are disposed to these things and they can actually learn within that range. And then greater number of students in the class cannot learn that way. They learn by doing it. Yes. So there are students that they get distracted often. So the only way you engage them is by allowing them to do it. So, and by doing it, they get focused. They can't get distracted because they are already on it. And that is why students in the class, most of them are not doing well because the way they learn is not by hearing, they learn by action. So, and that is why in a conventional class, or let me say a micro class, where you have like 5 students, so the teacher can always go around to check on students. You understand? To see how they are doing it in the class. So when a teacher is monitoring all the students, and then you see students engage in one thing or the other, yes, you see everyone performing. Every person in that class is going to perform if the teacher can monitor all of them and check on how they are doing it. So that's what I am saying. So if a student must improve in the class, the teacher must test the way the student learn. Is it the type that can learn by hearing, or is it the type that can learn by what doing? So I am just talking about some few subjects. I teach physics and mathematics too, and this is where the student will always say, "Oh, I am very bad in it. I am not good in mathematics. I don't understand physics." These are the reason why they are not doing so. There are students that are not good just watching you solve mathematical concepts. But the moment you now engage them and you tell them what they do, so they will be doing it on their own. You see them, they will start learning it and even fast. So students learn based on these two things. So some of them can actually combine the two. Some of them can learn as well as perform. Others cannot even hear. Why? Because they're always being distracted. They're always thinking about one thing or the other. And because of that, they keep being distracted. Some of them can even stand up in the class 3, 4 times within a class. They will be giving you one excuses or the other why they should go out of the class, uh, either to ease themselves or to see a friend or to give some stuffs to someone. Why are they doing that? Because they are not actually concentrating in what you are doing, because they are always being distracted. These things always come up in their mind, and if they don't do it, they won't feel relaxed. So, and when you engage them in a practical work, they won't even think of anything because all their brain are channeled in what you are doing in the class. So if it is solving some mathematical problems, so you will be with them, and then you'll be directing them on what to do. You'll be telling them what to write, they will write it. You tell them to write the other one, they will write it. Tell them to write the other one. So those step by step stuff you are writing on the board, you are now going to be telling them to be doing it on there. So as they are doing it, they are now more conscious and more focused, and they can now retain what you are saying in their brain. So, and that is how they learn. So, as a teacher, when you start applying these things, the only hitch is here is that in a large class, of course, you cannot do that. So that is why some students are not learning. It is not because they are not brilliant. It is because the way they learn is completely different from how you present it in the class. And that is why they are not following.